In this video, we'll learn about the following items: the setup window, saving board files and register files, and programming the general settings of the ADP1043A. Let's have a look at the setup window. The setup window is one of the three tabs in the GUI. As you can clearly see, the programming of the part does not require any software background. All the programming is intuitive and straightforward. Familiarity with the part and its pinouts can be easily gained using this GUI. For example, the trace for CS1 settings is connected to the primary current sense transformer, indicating that it is used for setting limits on the primary current. Similarly, the CS2 plus and CS2 minus traces run across the output current sense register, indicating that the overcurrent protection and similar features can be programmed here. As an example, let's program the settings for the 100-watt evaluation board. The board has the following details. It features a full bridge topology with switches instead of diodes as secondary rectifiers, a nominal input voltage of 48 volts, and the main power transformer has a turns ratio of 6:3. Sensing of the primary current is done using a CT with a turns ratio of 1:100 and a 10 ohm sense resistor is used. This means that through the turns ratio, a primary peak current of 12 amperes will produce a 1.2 volts drop across the resistor. Next, enter the values for the output inductor and capacitor. The output inductor is 6.5 microhenries with a DC resistance of 6 milliohms. The board also uses two 1500 microfarad capacitors with an ESR of 50 milliohms each. Right next to the output capacitor is the output current shunt. Select and change this value to 11 milliohms. The output voltage is sensed using an A to D converter at 3 points, namely VS1, VS2, and VS3. This is to have better control over the power supply at local and remote points. A divider of 11 kiloohms and 1 kiloohms gives 1 volt at the ADC input for a nominal output voltage of 12 volts. Other values may be chosen, but it is recommended to use 1 volt at the divider so that there is enough range on the trimming registers to set an accurate output voltage. The EEPROM on the ADP1043A does not contain any information about the board such as its power conversion topology, the output inductor and capacitor values. The values entered here can be stored in the board settings file. Click on the floppy icon and further click on the Save Board Settings icon. These files have an extension of .43b. All this information is stored in the board setup file and is necessary for the GUI to display the correct information in the Monitor tab so that the status can be monitored with the PC connected to the I2C bus. With the board settings file now complete, we can program the ADP1043A. Programming of the ADP1043A takes place through 9 windows accessible through these icons. Click on the General Settings window. This section programs the soft start timing and also contains the functionality of applying the soft start sequence to the synchronous rectifiers. Programmable delays and the thermistor temperature can be viewed here. Let's program a delay of half a second and a soft start ramp of 40 milliseconds. Disable the soft stop and blank the SR during soft start. Now let's turn the power supply on using the hardware's PS on switch and take a look at the scope. Let's trigger an overtemperature flag by using a heat gun. The thermistor is placed close to the RFET on the evaluation board. In the flag response, set the action to disable power supply after a 2 millisecond debounce and re-enable after the fault is cleared. As you can see, the trip level is set to 85 degrees centigrade and the temperature is steadily rising. And it trips. In the monitor window, under the flags and settings, the OTP flag is now set. Let's use a freeze-it can to reduce the temperature to clear the fault. Once the fault is gone away, the power supply starts up once again. Once you are satisfied with the programming, you can save your settings in the register file. Click on the floppy icon and then click on Save Register Settings. These files have an extension of .43R. To store your settings on the IC, click on the icon labeled Program Register Contents on EEPROM. Now the ADP1043A uses these settings as a default.